Welcome back to OpenTTD with me, Tommy P. We start today's episode back at Waywood, which was our starting point, our home base, and you'll notice that there's been some significant changes in the last 4 years since we were last here. Firstly, you will notice our headquarters has now become this behemoth of a building, and that's because we've been doing rather well. Quick look at our operating profit graph will show that we continue to have fantastic profit performance, growing year on year. Our company is now valued at £2.5 million, and we have just under 1.7 million in the bank, which makes Mr. Tommy P a very happy man, even though he doesn't really look it. You'll also notice in Waywood we have a lot of new buildings. I believe with one of the GRFs that I'm using that once you get past 1930, it starts to give you a lot more different types of buildings for your city centres, which is great to see. Gives a lot more variety and starts to look rather vibrant, albeit we still have about 300 theatres in this city, but not to worry, we will deal with that eventually. You'll also see that Waywood has grown significantly in the last few years and is now growing every 10 days. Great to see. We also have had some decent growth in some of the other surrounding towns and cities. Penwell now up over 7,000, Flintfield at 4,000, and Kent Town is over 2,000 as well. The aim of today's video is we're going to start connecting up some of these smaller little towns that are next to cities that we've already got inner city services. So these will be services between cities and towns. We're also going to go to Little Rinthingbury and get an inner city service set up there, and probably set that up with a service to perhaps some of these neighbouring towns as well. The aim of this will be, in the next episode, we will start to have our first passenger train service, which will be a circular line. This will probably connect up Waywood, Frondingworth, Penwell, Little Rinthingbury in a nice circular loop. But in order to maximise that, we need to connect up these smaller towns so that passengers from these little places, which probably aren't worth having their own individual train station, will still be able to catch a train anywhere in the local area. Without further ado, we will get going with that. I think we'll start down here in Little Rinthingbury, getting a inner city bus service going here. I'll try and look to get at least 4 stations here. I don't think yeah, that's probably not the right place. It's the better one there. Looking forward to getting our first passenger train services going. Be good to see, and that should help generate a lot of extra cash for us. Because we should get some really high passenger numbers being generated once we've got all of this set up. Very impatient, these drivers. Looking forward to also getting some new buses with some higher capacity. Should be coming in the next few years. Once again, OpenTTD, making me test my spelling abilities. Little Rimfingberry, there you are. To make sure I keep up with these groups. Okay, so that's that one done. That's the larger, all the larger inner cities completed now. So what we're going to start to do is to set up some services to the smaller towns. Trying to use as much of the existing infrastructure as we possibly can to keep our costs down. Barn pool. Trying to have a look at this here. Statue of Captain Cook. I've seen that before. Yeah, that's the GRF, Total Town Replacement. That's what's putting all these fancy new buildings in. Making it look great. Which of these in Kent Town? There we go, that answers that question. Stick with the Leeburn again. Want that to go to Barnpool and then Kent Town. And going back to the cargo distribution model, what will happen now is just climb another one of those. That passengers from Kent Town Central, even though there's no direct connection to Barnpool, they'll be able to get a bus to Kent Town and then from Kent Town to Barnpool. So we will start to see passengers in here wanting to go to Barnpool. That's how the asymmetric cargo distribution works. I'll just show you that now. Just quickly fast forward this. Try again. Yeah, and there we are. So we now have passengers, even though there is, as I say, no direct connection. Wanted to go to Barnpool, so this bus which goes between Kent Town Central and Kent Town. Is carrying passengers there. They'll get dropped off in Kentwood. And then those passengers will then want to go to Barnpool. We'll also set up one from Waywood Central. I'm planning on having a train station, obviously, in Waywood. And my initial thought is that we'll probably have that here, around this sort of area. So, a bit of forward planning. What I'm going to do is we'll delete this here and get a bridge going here. So hopefully we won't have to do any reorganising of our road network. And just before I forget, see, this time, because it's not an inner city service, it still sticks under high speed bus, but for that service we're going to call that Kent Town to Barnpool. Just move those directly in there. And then we'll set up. Let's have a look here in Waywood. Wow. Huge passenger numbers being generated. I'll have to have a look at some balancing off camera to sort that out. I think these two smaller towns, they will probably just use Waywood Central. One vehicle go. Need to be careful here because, yeah, when there's a vehicle in the station, it sometimes copies the orders. So Waywood Central will have that one goes to Kent Town. A couple of those. Set up with the group. Waywood to Kent Town. And then while I'm here, I'll also set up Waywood to Barnpool. Lots of ching ching ching, bills in the tills. It's music to my ears. Just need to have a look here. So we need to create a loop background for that bus there. That one. That's them away. And hopefully we'll start to see passenger numbers here increase as well as a result now, because of the various connections that we're now creating. Generally does tend to drive demand. Okay, so that's those couple sorted. It would make sense to connect Waywood with this town. I'm going to have a go at this one. Chomphingberry Springs. Sounds like paradise. So we'll connect that up. Like so. Create a little loop. Oh. Helps if we finish building the road. And this is great now. We've I'm just going to pause it here very quickly. One of the GRFs that I've put in are for basically non-cargo, non-passenger vehicles, which just help to add a little bit more theatre to the town. So I'll start adding some of these in off camera, just to populate the roads a little bit more with more vehicles outside of buses. We've got police car, fire engine, ambulance. We've got this breakdown truck here. I think there's also a refuge collection vehicle as well, which will be fun. Get back on here, sorting our Chomphingberry Springs friends out. I'll go to Waywood and Chomphingberry. You can see already this is starting to get well populated. With various groups. Gives me some light bedtime reading to enjoy at the very least. There's another one's connected up there. I'm not going to connect these two. The reason being is that we will have, as I mentioned, our railway station for Waywood here. That will go to Frondingworth, and therefore any passenger from Chomphingberry who wants to go to Frondingworth will unfortunately have to get a bus from Chomphingberry Springs to Waywood, then get a bus from Waywood to the train station, and then the train will take them up here. A little inconvenient, but that's what happens when you live out in the sticks. So the next town we'll connect up will be Lundington. And a nice easy connection there. Little loop. On the high street. Had a quick look in Froddingworth before. If you remember, this was the town where we weren't really making much money. As it happens, we are now. Might just have a quick look at the cargo flow legend, because we do still have 3 buses in here, which we parked for the time being. So at the moment the demand's not horrendous. I think what we have in place is probably fine. Let me just find out what group. That's a clockwise one. I think this was an anti-clockwise. Yeah. So I think we'll set 14 off again. It does look like we need a little bit more. And 13 and 17 we can then use for Lundington to save having to buy more vehicles. We'll set the group up here. Froddingworth to Lundington. And then what we need to do is, if we move 13 and 17 into that group, get rid of these, and then just pull these up. What we need to do, so they have shared orders with the other vehicles that are running within those relevant groups, so we'll stop sharing and we'll just delete all of the orders out of that. Do the same with vehicle 17. Just need to look, remember which station it was. Froddingworth East. I think we'll send them. No, we will. We'll send them to Froddingworth East. So we'll tell it to go there and there, and then what I'm going to do is pull up vehicle 13 here and then hold down control, click on these orders, or rather click on those orders. That then shares with that. That's that one away. That's another one connected up. Let's turn the cargo flow legend off for now. So, Treffingbury. Actually, before we do that, no, it's fine. We'll connect, Flintfield to Treffing Bridge, and then Flintfield to Penwell, because Penwell will eventually get a station as well. That's a fancy hotel. There, we might want to take advantage of that. This hotels, a bit like beaches, do generate a lot of passengers. Let's see where we can get that and some of the town as well. That's perfect. I imagine we'll probably need more than 2 for this one, but we'll stick with that for now. My word. And there's a busy old place. More and more trams coming online. I'm getting more and more tempted as they get quicker. Trams, obviously, as you can see here, the capacity is far higher than buses. Certainly worth to consider for the inner city services that we have running, but not for now. Flintfield. Treffing Bridge. Let the good name of Fast Track Limited be beseeched upon you, good folk. So our railway station for Penwell will probably go somewhere along here. I think again we'll do some forward planning for that. Just take a couple of these away. Get a bridge. And then connect that way there. I'll end up changing some of these bridges in the end. We'll see what types of railway station we end up using. So, yep, Penwell North. I'll connect that to Flintfield. And be careful that we don't copy some orders that we don't want to. Just a couple of those to start with. Again, that's probably another one that we'll need far more than the 2 we originally set up. It's another one off the list. And Rathbridge will be our final town for today. I think we'll probably connect it to both Penwell and to Little Rimfingbury. Let's do that. And I'll loop in here. Just gotta find the depot now. This is always the really tricky thing. Once the towns start to build up, cannot for the life of me find the depot now. This is interesting. The AEC region now available on prototype, quite significantly higher in terms of capacity, and if I remember, exactly the same speed as the Leyburn. So once that comes online, I won't take it now, but that's definitely one that we're going to start using. Now let's try and find this depot. There it is, hiding away. Go wait for this vehicle to leave. Is Penwell to Ratbridge. And also, whilst we're here, might as well set up our little Rimfingbury. Sounds like My Little Pony a little bit. It's a Ratbridge. That there. That one is the Penwell. Our depot here. Yeah, we'll get that to go into. I know, saying that, we're going to get it to go to Central, but it's a long way around for it to get back. It's probably not the best one. I think we'll go with just the normal little Rimfingbury station for this one. Off they go. Fantastic. Well, that's all of the surrounding smaller towns now connected up. Should hopefully start to see some of these growing, albeit slowly. As I mentioned, now we've got all this set up, our next job on the next video will be to set up our circular train loop between these 4 major cities of Waywood, Frondingworth, Penwell and Little Rinthingbury. So, hope you can join me then. This is Tommy P, signing off.